Okay. So, we're gonna do how we met.
That is a terrible intro.
Oh, you got a better one?
Hey everyone, welcome back to Adventures with Lauren. Today we are going to talk to you about how we met and the beginning of our love story.
This is my girlfriend.
This is my girlfriend.
This is my girlfriend.
This is Lauren.
Just Haley.
We'll just kind of jump right into it. I'll give a little bit of a background. We met at a summer camp. It was my fifth summer at this camp. So I have been there a long time and I kind of knew what was going on and everything. I was just there, ready for the kids, ready for camp. No interest or any idea that I would meet my future wife.
That's a strong sentence.
Is it true?
Baby, come here. And so my little background was I actually applied to this camp job for fun because I didn't think I'd get it, but then I got it and I was like, well, it's a videography job, I'll take it. And yeah, I was single as a Pringle, as could be, and I honestly was like going into the summer like, okay, this is just all about work, straight up, get in, get out, and be done with it.
I think I got there like a week before Lauren. I was doing pre-camp, just helping get everything set up, welcoming all the new staff members. And then next thing I know, this girl is in the dining hall.
Whoa, wait, pause. Didn't Anasta show you my Instagram profile before I even stepped into the...
No!
Yes!
I stalked her Instagram, but don't tell her. I stalked her Instagram and kept watching her boxing video because I thought it was so attractive. And I literally was like, she's not gonna even talk to me, but at least I know she's pretty.
It's gonna be the camp crush.
That ruins my summer.
Yeah. So anyways, so I had no idea who was going or who was gonna be there because it was like an all-girls camp. It kind of scared me, honestly, because I look like, well, this, not girl-like, so it's like, it was like weird for me until I found like most of the staff was kind of gay. But yeah, so I was just, you know, getting the tour. I was new, so I didn't know anybody or anything. And the assistant director was showing me around.
Yeah.
And she showed me the dining hall, and that's kind of where we
I saw this girl, and I don't even know we said hey or anything, but I made eye contact with her, and I don't know if she saw how much I was blushing, but I like melted. I was like love at first sight, whatever cheesy thing in the movie, that's what it was for me. I literally was like, oh, she's even better in person. And I don't think she talked to me at all, but I was just like, oh my God. And I left the dining hall, I went back to my cabin, and I literally was like, this is gonna be the worst summer of my life. There's this girl who is so pretty and she's not gonna talk to me, and I have the biggest crush and I don't know what to do. And everyone was like talking me through it. And literally I was just freaking out for the whole rest of the day.
Yeah, so my first impression was like when the assistant director like said, oh, like this is Haley, she's been here for a while, and I'm like, oh, okay, so she's like advanced, so like I gotta like watch out, right? And I was like, well, she's really pretty though. And I was like, no, Lauren, we can't be thinking about it. This is work. This is strictly work. Honestly, you had a resting bitch face on, so like I honestly could not tell that you were into me at all. Like I was like, okay, great, cool. Love it. It's just gonna be, I'm just gonna be like, just obsessed. Just secretly in my own little world obsessed. Yeah, I honestly thought you just didn't like me at all at first. Like, didn't even want to be my friend. I was like, man, I want to be friends with her. Like, she seemed cool. She had the tattoos and everything. And then, yeah, so, but I didn't really think much of it because, like, again, a lot was going on that first day. So, like, I was, like, scared mostly. And just trying to get the lay of the land before I like really started thinking about like I want her to be my friend.
The next morning, Lauren sat at my breakfast table and...
Pause. I need to add something. She's like the most popular girl at camp, right? She's the most popular. So the tables were so full, I could barely sit there on like at the beginning, at the start, because everyone would sit around her because she's been there for so long, and like everybody knew her, so everyone sat at their table because usually her table was full. But like I got early to breakfast, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit at her table, and I want to be your friend.
And there was this crazy girl there. and I was eavesdropping on what Lauren and her were talking about, and they were talking about like New York and video stuff and blah blah blah, and they were talking about like, oh, maybe you should just like be a chef or something in New York. And I said, hey, California also has video stuff, and I have a job with free housing, so if you ever want to come to California, let me know. I can get you a job. And I think that's really all we said to each other that day. But Lauren had a face where I was like, she was into that offer. So
yeah, I was like,
I knew. I was like, wait, something could happen here.
Yeah, I was just like looking for like any place to get me out of where I was. Like didn't have to go back home.
Anything else about that breakfast?
I just really, really wanted to be her friend so badly. If nothing else, I just wanted to be friends because she seemed really cool, but also like she had this like mysterious vibe about her, and I was like, I wanted to get to know her.
She also apparently didn't know I was gay.
Oh yeah, so like okay, so
I don't know. I feel like
my
I'm
gaydar
gay,
is kind of wonky, but I was hoping she was gay because I was like, it would be so cool, right? A friend that's a gay.
Okay.
But, you know, and then I was like, oh, well, if she is, I hope she doesn't have, like, somebody.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know exactly how many days it was, but the next, like, big thing, I would say, is HOD bowling night.
The bowling night,
So we're bowling at camp because our camp has a bowling alley, and the whole thing is to be inclusive and make sure that you are hanging out with people you normally don't hang out with. So I was inviting a bunch of people to my bowling alley lane that were new or that I like didn't know. And obviously I was gonna invite this one. And let me tell you, as soon as I invited her, she was like a puppy dog. She's like, yeah, I want a bowl. And she like threw her shoes off and like ran. And I was like, okay,
but wait though, like as the camp videographer, you don't really know where your position is because you kind of have to film things as well, but you kind of want to participate because everything looks fun, right? It's like all the getting to know each other games, like they're all playing, and I'm like, man, like it'd be so cool. Like I want to bowl right now. I don't want to film. So it's like. So her just asking me that, I was like, A, yeah, I get to go bowling, and B, yeah, I get to go in her lane.
So during that bowling game is where I think we started like hinting at each other. We were flirting, I would say, mainly about like she was trying to show off for me, and I was like, girl, you suck at bowling.
No, the bowling alleys were like wonky though. Do you remember?
Sounds like an excuse. Guess who won?
Oh yeah. I don't think it was you. You did not win.
I beat you that first time.
Okay, but
and
like
then we
you
did
didn't win though.
And then we did a rematch.
Everybody else was.
And then you won, and then I asked you for another rematch, and then so we did bowling, right?
Yeah,
so that first night, it was definitely like, yeah, we're into each other.
It was like I want to.
We can do this.
I want to just.
I think we both
keep hanging out.
knew that something could happen. And then the next big thing is when we went on like a out of camp field trip to the bowling alley for 80s night or whatever, right?
Yeah, to another bowling alley.
To another bowling alley. So we were bowling, and I wanted to get the party started. So I was trying to get Everett to do karaoke, but specifically I was trying to get this one to do karaoke.
Also, I would love to mention that we were able to get 2 free drinks, like alcoholic beverages. And I was like, at the time, I was like, yes, like, let's get, the drink. So I went up to the bartender, and the bartender was like, hi, like, what can I get for you? And I was like, the strongest drink you can make, but also tastes good. And she was like, I got you, honey. And then so she, like, made me a drink.
A Long Island.
I know, it wasn't on Long Island, because I didn't like the iced tea. She made me, like, a screwdriver or something with a screw in the name. But anyways...
I don't drink, so I gave
there was like
away.
4 different kinds of alcohols in there, but I had 2 of them, and then they didn't take one of my tickets, so then I ended up having 3 drinks. So I was feeling good.
But yeah, so anyways, I was trying to get the party started, but I wanted this one to sing karaoke. So I like did this whole little rumor thing, and I was like, hey, as like someone who's been here a long time, we do have a tradition, and I'm gonna tell you about it. The videographer always has to do karaoke at bowling because we don't really get to see them do a lot of fun things because they're always behind the camera. So like you are supposed to do karaoke, and
then you got like all of her friends behind it too.
I like got everyone to agree with me, and then I signed her up, and she was like arguing me. I said, fine, I'm just gonna go sign you up. So I signed her up to sing I Kissed a Girl by Katy Perry. Yeah. And she got saved by the bell because they never called her because it was so far down the list. But when we were waiting for her to sing, what'd you do?
Okay, so
she did it, not me.
Well, first off, I think it was while we were waiting, Annette, like her friends got her to like salsa dance with me.
It was horrible.
They were like, you should just salsa dance. And then like we just started salsa dancing for some reason. I think it was like, was it a song playing that was like salsa? Or what?
I started dancing with Nas because there was a salsa song.
Oh. Yeah.
And KT started dancing with you, and then they made us switch.
Oh,
and then we literally danced for like 5 seconds like a middle schoolers, and then I was like, I'm sitting down.
It was awkward,
It was so bad. I also can't dance.
So then we sat down. We sat down at your bowling rink, though.
Yeah, so I sat on the chair, and where did you sit?
I sat on the ground.
Where?
Because there was no...
Where?
Beside you.
Right in front of me, touching my leg.
No.
Yeah, you were like this.
No, I was like, so I put the underhand and I was just kind of like
She
this.
was, you know, the little hint.
I was just like this. Just the entire
Just to
time.
see what happens.
And she wouldn't move, so I was like, I'm in.
So then we hung out the whole
I have a picture from that night. Lauren editing put in the picture. It's very blurry, but that's the picture of that night, of that moment of the touch.
Okay, and then we just hung out like the whole night and talked, and Lauren...
I was drunk-ish. I was seeing things.
Started talking about how observant she is, and then she basically just said so many things to me about what she notices about me, and I literally was like, this girl loves me. If you want to share what you said.
Did you
I
really
literally was like, she loves me. Yeah.
Yeah, so like,
I was
okay.
like, she loves me.
Well, you were...
who does that?
You were I was like, you were talking to your friend about somebody that hated you last year at camp or whatever, spreading rumors. And I forget how we got on the topic, but I was just so sitting over here. My drunk ass was just like, oh yeah, like they didn't see, like, you know, however you, like when you get stressed or whatever, you start playing with your hair, or like how you want to be like in leadership so bad, like when you like really listen and pay attention and like nod your head and stuff, or like just small things like that. And then you were just staring at me. You were just like,
because she listed a lot of things.
Yeah, I listed a lot. It was like, what, 5, 6
At
things?
least 5 things about me, and they're all true. And I was just like,
they're all true.
I've known you for like 3 days, maybe.
Yeah,
like, this
I
girl
kind of outed
looking at
myself.
me.
My drunk self was just outed myself
So
completely.
that happened, and then towards the end of the night, I was DD because I don't drink. So I was DD. So I drove people back. And
I was stuck on the bus.
Lauren was stuck on the bus, but there was an extra seat in the van. So I was like, Lauren, ask to switch.
I did, and they said no.
And they said no. So then Lauren, or else you were in the other van. I don't know. Something happened. She wasn't in my van. And then she messaged me on Instagram. And I don't remember exactly what you said.
You followed me on Facebook first, which was like the weirdest thing to follow you on.
As the camp group chat is
put
it's
on
up,
Facebook.
you just ask everyone on Facebook.
Yeah.
Anyways, she messaged me saying like how she really wished she was in my van or something, and she had a really fun time that night.
Yeah.
So she like messaged me, and that was gonna be like the opening door to all of our messages and talking.
Yeah, because
I was
really
flipping my
scared.
shit out, and I did not respond until I got back to my cabin.
That's what made me so nervous.
I did not
She
respond
didn't
until
respond,
I
and
got
I was
back
like,
to my cabin.
shit, I misread this situation. I scared her by
But I
saying
also
so many
was
things
driving.
about her.
I also was driving.
Yeah,
But yeah, so it took her a hot sec to respond. And then
where did you respond? Like, what did you talk with your other people about responding, or
no,
was it just you?
Well, I texted my like friends outside of camp. I was like, help. But yeah, so then we started messaging, and that's when we both really knew. And then we
had long 2 a.m.
We had like
bowling.
a Walmart run, so I drove a van to Walmart, and Lauren was in my van then.
Walmart.
And then we dropped everyone off at like the campfire area, and I had to park the car, and Lauren was sitting shotgun, and instead of getting out of the campfire, she decided to ride with me. And then very nervously, what did you ask me once I parked the car?
I was like, hey, like, you know, instead of like going to bed or whatever, do you just want to go bowling, just you and I, like, for a little bit?
She was freaking out. She was very nervous. And I said, yeah,
Could you
also...
tell I was nervous?
Yes. I said, yes, but also, like, it's late and it's almost my bedtime.
And I was like, okay,
so
that's fine.
just like
you
one
don't have
game.
to.
And I was like, no, one game. I want to hang out with you. So then...
One game turned into 5.
One game turned into 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
And we didn't kiss or anything. We were just, like, talking and, like... You know when you, like, get deep with someone right away because it just makes sense? It was kind of like that.
Yeah.
So then I knew. I was like, yep, this is it. And then we went on a day off together.
Trip day, yeah.
We went on our day off, our little trip day.
Yeah.
Around Portland, Maine. Mm-hmm. We held hands the whole time.
Held hands the whole time. But we're gonna save that though for another video.
Yeah, we're gonna save
our
first kiss for that. But then it was first kiss, and a few days later, it was more a hummingbird.
Oh my god, it's a hummingbird.
A few days later, I asked her out, but you'll have to wait to see how I asked her out.
Yeah.
That's it. We met at summer camp and fell in love and
still going.
Moved in with each other after, and here we are.
Here we are.
I love you, baby.
I love you too. God, I love it.
I'm gonna marry her. Would you say yes?
Possibly.
Why do you make me look dumb? Would you say yes?
Yes, I would say yes.
Okay.
But like not here.
I'm not gonna propose to you here. It's gonna be cute.
Okay. We have to get a place.
We have to wait
though.
a year and a half though.
We have to get a place.
Yeah.
Okay. Cut.